bankruptcies. Okay, so y'all can't hear me. Cool. Remember, charge off, late payments, repos. Okay, I'm definitely gonna go over repos, charge offs, all that kind of great stuff. Cards for sure. Repos, he coming back as verified. Hard inquiries, charge off, late payments, derogatories, hard inquiries, medical bills. I see a lot of people definitely have charge offs and repossessions inquiries. Mine is low credit age. Honestly, your credit age isn't usually your credit age is a factor when it's determining, like, as far as you get maybe a home loan or an auto loan. Like if you don't have any auto history, that could affect you getting a higher priced vehicle. But your credit age isn't going to always be something that significantly holds you back unless it's only like 3-4 months old. I'm new, I have no idea what to do. No problem. That's what I'm pretty much going to go over with y'all tonight. Personal information. Address is off my credit card. Ambulance bill. So ambulance bill, that's a medical bill. How do I start with derogatories that are being reported on one bureau? So I'm going to go over everything with you guys shortly. I'm going to start off with how to remove your personal information. So everybody that is in my DIY class, just to let you guys know, I actually have a live class that I do every Tuesday where I teach you how to repair your own credit. So tonight I'm going to do my best to touch on everybody's credit reports that I can. But of course, we are here for a good time, not a long time. But I'm going to do my best to touch on everybody's credit report. The first step of credit repair, if you have not done this already, if you've already started disputing, this is going to be the step you need to start with, regardless of where you are in the process. If you have not done this already, your initial step is going to be disputing your personal information online. Why is that important? Everybody who is on here right now, let me just answer some questions for everybody that's already on here. This class is live on YouTube. So as soon as it's over, it's automatically going to be in the live section on my YouTube channel. I did it directly on here so that you guys wouldn't have to wait for me to send a replay. Say you didn't get it in your email, you didn't find it in the spam box, so on and so forth. So everything is going to be available for you here directly on YouTube, so you don't have to worry about not having access. The other thing is, it's a free class, which means it's up to you to access the material. So I am going to start with step 1, which, as I said, is disputing the personal information online. It is very important that you do this. That is always going to be your step 1, like I said, regardless of if you have already started with credit repair. If you have not done this process yet, it is important, in my opinion, to go back and do it because it's going to make a significant difference for you. Now, with personal information, I suggest that you dispute only. Listen, please. Listen closely when I repeat myself about stuff because it's important. I only suggest that you dispute the personal information online. By law, you have a right to dispute something that's on your credit report as much as you want to, but you only get so many disputes online. So I only suggest disputing personal information and not accounts online. If you want to do that, that's up to you to do, but that is not what I suggest. So step 1, somebody type this in the chat. Step 1, dispute personal information online. Next. Check your stream key. Okay. So first step is going to be disputing your personal information online. The reason I suggest that you do your personal information online is because it is going to be the fastest way for you to remove it. When you dispute personal information online, that information is actually removed within 24 hours. So your first step, you must create a free account. Make sure it's the free account, not the paid ones. Do a free account on each credit bureau, Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. You're going to make a free account on these 3 credit bureaus so that you can start the process of disputing your personal information online. My screen share option did not work out like I wanted it to, but I'm gonna have to do it the old school way and just turn the camera around on my phone. So I'm finna log into my Experian right now just to give you guys an example of what I mean of where exactly you go. I'm not gonna show my actual personal information because people be watching. So, but I'm gonna take you guys through the steps so that it's pretty self-explanatory. I'm only gonna do Experian because each website is the same process. You go to the dispute center and you follow these steps. The only difference is the websites look a little different. So please, baby, let me tell y'all something right now. Credit repair is a process, but it is not a process for you to overthink. When you overthink things, you psych yourself out before you even get started. So I just want you guys to be fully aware of that. So boom, we are on Experian.com. I have scrolled all the way to the bottom and I'm going to click where it says Help Center because we're going to dispute our personal information online. And then you are going to click on File a Dispute. It is very simple. Again, this is personal information only. You're going to click Start a New Dispute. And again, this class is recorded on YouTube. So as soon as we're off of here, it's going to automatically just go as my saved videos. Then you're going to go on here and you're going to go to the section where it says personal information. The first thing that is going to show for you is going to be addresses. Personal information and go to addresses. This is the thing about addresses. The reason you need to remove this personal information is because when you verify an account, even if you call in to make a payment or whatever, the first thing they ask you is, what's your name, address, you know, phone number associated with the account, all that kind of stuff. So the same way they verify your account when you call in, that is what they do when you're disputing that account. That's why it's important for you to take off these old addresses that are associated with collections. Dispute the addresses it will allow you to dispute. If it does not allow you to, and it says it's connected to an account, that is okay. We want to focus on taking off anything that is not our current mailing address. So we have the addresses section. We have the date of birth. They also have an employer section. They'll even have a section for phone numbers. I don't have one on mine. Anything that's not your current job, current address, not your current phone number, you're going to say you never lived there or the information is inaccurate and dispute it off. Again, dispute what it will allow. If it does not allow you to because it's connected with an account, that is all right. Just do what you can. There's even a section for your names. If for any reason a name is incorrect, you have to call in. If you're disputing online and it says call the number, just follow the steps and tell them the same information over the phone. Again, do not overcomplicate things because that is pretty simple how it is. Go to Help Center. Start a new dispute. Dispute your personal information online. Bam. Show chat. That is your first step. Now, once you put this in, you're going to select everything. Like, let's say I wanted to dispute my date of birth or whatever. I would say my date of birth is incorrect. I'm going to click next. And then I can add another item if there are multiple things that's wrong, or I could just submit my dispute. You want to go ahead, once you've added everything that's incorrect, just click submit your dispute. Within 24 hours, you will get a notification from Experian letting you know, hey, your dispute is completed. This is what we removed, so on and so forth. So remember, you're going to do that for all 3 credit bureaus. What do you mean scoot it over? I have it positioned in a certain way because obviously I don't want to actually show my personal information, but I still want you to be able to see. It's that simple. You can rewatch the video later. Dispute center, file dispute, start a new dispute. You select the things that you want to have removed that are not your current address, job, phone number, names. Submit the dispute, on to the next. So remember, you guys, that is going to be your step 1. So you do have to go on all 3 credit bureau websites to dispute that personal information. That is super key because you need to take it off all 3. I have had several people, as y'all seen, if y'all have not seen the post on my story already, not on my story, the post that I made on my page, I have a DIY class that I teach every Tuesday. So the same way we're live on here right now, I actually have a smaller group of people that I go live with, and I do one-on-one consultations with them to show them how to fix their own credit. In that class, I have had several people actually remove personal information. They have been able to remove they've had accounts come off just from removing personal information. They have also had score boosts come off. Score boosts happen from removing personal information. So it is a key component in the disputing process because, like I said, if they can't verify that personal information that was associated with that negative account, they're going to remove it because there's no information for them to come back and say was verified. And when they come back and say this account was verified, that's pretty much what they actually verified, was that the personal info was. They didn't actually check any of the account information. So if y'all understand, everybody is getting that you dispute your personal information online, just let me know. Put a thumbs up in the chat for me. Let me know that you got it, you understand. And if you have any questions, drop them in the chat right now because I'm going to go on to the next section if nobody else has any questions for me today. Cool. Yes, y'all getting it. Great. I want to see y'all. Shout me out. Send me some screenshots once y'all start removing y'all personal information. Y'all see that change that is actually been removed. What's the reason to select for disputing address? Just put never lived there. Any address it would allow you to dispute, just put never lived there. Any of the other information, just put that it's incorrect or inaccurate. A 2BC, you said it's not allowing you to dispute. Remember I said if it doesn't allow you to dispute online, most of the time, most likely it prompted you and said you need to call this phone number. All you need to do is follow the steps. They'll literally tell you what to do. You just have to apply yourself with doing that. So if it's not allowing you to dispute online, that means you need to call that phone number that they just put on your screen. Okay, cool. So now we're going to go more into the actual disputing process. If anybody looked at the email that I sent y'all when y'all registered for the class, if you signed up for my free score now, you got your login, you want me to review your credit report, just send me your login in the chat, and I'm more than happy to pull up your credit report live, and I'm going to let you know what accounts you need to dispute, what dispute reasons you can use, and how you can use whatever e-product you purchase from me to make this a reality. Andrea, I answered that question, hun. Anything that is not correct, you're going to dispute. Names, you usually have to actually call in for the names. If the name is wrong, if it's not spelled correctly, it's not your whatever, if there's any variation of your name that is incorrect, just call in and dispute it online. Dang, I can't even put my link in the chat. This is ratchet. What if I didn't even have a credit card yet, but I already have collections debts? I mean, you don't have to have a credit card to get collection debts. You can get debts from evictions, medical bills, car insurance, anything. So what's the site to sign up? What's the website again? I'm finna put it in the chat for y'all real quick. See, the problem is it won't let me, but I'm finna make it work. Y'all just gonna have to hear echo. Okay, y'all, I just put the link to pull your 3 bureau credit report. It is $1 for a 7-day free trial. I know there were people who told me that they joined the class. They pulled their credit report. You signed up last week. Anybody that signed up, y'all just need to send me your login It's your username and password. I'll log in, pull you up, and we can go over your credit report. You signed up last week. So do I have to fix my credit before applying for a credit card? Pedro, if all you have right now reported on your credit is collections, you are most likely going to have to actually build your credit, not just fix it, because you don't have any positive credit established. Credit repair is actually a two-step process. You have to first establish positive credit and show, hey, I'm being financed by a company and I'm paying them back on time, which means you can add credit builders, you can add a secure credit card, you can add something that you're basically paying on a monthly basis to show that you're creditable. Once you get to the 600s, once you get to a 600 credit score, that is when you pretty much can apply for a basic credit card and get approved if you don't have any charged off accounts. So if you have collections, Pedro, in my opinion, I know for sure you probably need to add your credit builder accounts that are going to help you build your credit, as well as you go through the process of removing what's in collections so that you can get the approvals that you're looking to have. Look, let me see if I can select a certain person to message. No, it's not. DM me on Instagram. If y'all sign up for my free score now, just DM me on Instagram and I'll pull it from there. Because no, I'm not going off of Experian. If you would like for me to, here's the thing, in order for me to accurately show you guys how to dispute accounts that are on your credit report, you need a 3-bureau credit report, which shows Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion on all three side by side. I don't like to use the Experian one for that because I noticed that Experian will have the accurate accounts, but they will leave off stuff for TransUnion and Equifax. So that is why I suggest that you use the website that I normally use, because it's going to show us all three side by side. I watched a recent reel on disputing. Are you supposed to send letters to all three credit bureaus to remove collections? Danielle, if you watch my reel and what I'm going to show you guys here shortly, a 3-bureau credit report, which means if a collection is disputed on Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion, then of course you are going to send a dispute letter to each one because it's reported on each one. They actually don't work together. They're not sister companies. They are 3 separate entities. So you do have to send a dispute letter to all 3 entities for any account that is in collections on your credit report. If it's only reported on Experian, you just send it to Experian. But if it's reporting to all 3, you would send that dispute to all 3. What's the deal with Experian? They're quick to say they verify something. In general, the credit bureaus can come back and say that they verify something, because remember, I told you guys the way that they verify something is if the personal information matches. That is just a part of the process. Credit repair is it can be a 4 to 6 month process because you have to fight back and forth with the credit bureaus. They're not going to easily let this stuff come off. I have had several people, you're always going to see results within the first round, within the first 30 days. But if you have a charge off, if you got a repo, they're not just going to take it off after 30 days. They're going to fight you back and forth about it. So that's why you have to consistently send out disputes. Just in general, on the eviction dispute letter, it says took the liberty to go to the third party agency and they delete the eviction from their records. Proof attached. Journey, I'm kind of confused on what you mean. If you could kind of explain that a little bit more, that'll be great. Okay. Yeah, it had froze because I had one on Instagram. So what I was saying is, y'all, I'm normally much more together and organized. Usually I just use a platform that will allow me to screen share and you can directly DM me your information, but I've tried something new with YouTube. So please forgive me for the disorganization because this is not how I normally operate. But if y'all join my live class on Tuesday, we live on Zoom. And you know, on Zoom, you can directly DM me your information. I really want y'all to join the live class because I help you so much. We have a group chat where you can contact me. Pretty much we chat all day, asking questions about credit, what you want to do with your disputing process. I've been helping a lot of my students get approved for high limit credit cards. So I'm super excited about the DIY class that I host every Tuesday. And I want you guys to join. So I'm pulling up her credit report right now. Okay. Just to show you guys, this is the website, My Free Score Now. This is how it looks. So you're going to go to reports on the side. You go down to 3B reports. And then I always like to switch to classic view. And this is going to be her 3-bureau credit report. So we are going to start from the top. Let me turn my lock thing off. Okay, bam, there we go. We're going to start from the top. So this is going to be the first account that is showing. I don't want to show. This is going to be the first account. It is Ed Federal Credit Union. So ED Federal Credit Union. I already answered. Identity IQ is fine. So this is ED Federal Credit Union. As you guys can see, this account is only reporting on TransUnion and Experian. It's not actually. So if you see at the bottom, there's a little CO. That means that it's a charge-off account. So the first thing, this is why I suggest that you use a 3-bureau credit report, because we're looking at each credit report side by side. There's no guess and check. We can see everything laid out flat. When you're going and looking at the payment status, you're always going to look at the payment status first. And you see that it says collection charge-off. So that means that this is a negative account that needs to be removed. You are only going to dispute accounts that say collection charge-off, in my opinion. You're only going to dispute accounts that say collection charge-off. If you have an account that says closed and paid, leave it alone. 9 times out of 10, it's closed, it's paid, and you have positive payment history that you don't want to affect. We're only going to be focusing on the accounts that say collection charge-off. So then we're going to start from the top and look at everything that could be incorrect. So based on the Fair Credit Report Act, by law, all 3 credit bureaus are supposed to report the exact same account information, which means everything just supposed to match. So for example, TransUnion says the highest balance is $12.60, and then Experian is saying that it's $0, but it says that the balance owed is $651. So do I owe y'all $12.60, 0, or $651? Obviously, there's something wrong with the amounts here. So you can dispute this account by saying the wrong amount is being reported. Please remove from my credit report. So in my DIY kit, in the round 1 dispute letter that I give you guys, which is just the plain DIY kit, I give you guys accounts and I also give you examples. So let me just show y'all an example real quick. This is my DIY class where I have